You said that children of immigrants are two times more likely to experience psychological distress. Like, that's wild. Like, my parents were fucking refugees, and I have more psychological stress compared to them. So, what kind of distress are we talking about?
Yeah, so I think that stat comes from the experience of being in the Western world, in the new country, in the host country. So I wouldn't necessarily say that you experience more stress than what your parents have as refugees, but I think in the US, you've probably experienced more stress. And that's because of bicultural straddling, because you are being socialized at a time in your life, adolescence, when you're trying to find a sense of belonging, when your ego is being formed, when you're trying to be accepted, you're making all these decisions, and you are constantly feeling this tension between the norms and expectations and values of the household you're raised in versus the external socialized culture that is teaching you and telling you to be someone totally different. And so I think that bicultural straddling is what leads to more stress. But our parents can go through that too. It just looks really different, right? For them, it takes a little bit longer to adjust to the new country. There's different desires or restrictions around how much they want to belong in the new country. There is past generational trauma that's already being carried through, so it just looks like different stress, but it's not as it's not as debilitating, I think, as it is on their children who are growing up in the new country, because there's lots of research that says, that's where academic problems can come from, that's where substance use can come from, that's where depression can come from, anxiety is this idea that we are navigating these different tensions in our identity.